It's looking like that call of a bear trap I made on yesterday afternoon's video is coming to fruition here as we see the SPY crawling up, Bitcoin up over $102,000. It looks like we are going to be getting that bull trap. Now, a bear trap, excuse me. I don't know how long that necessarily is going to last, but currently we are up in the pre-market. We are driving higher. We are up in what I would call positive gamma here, up over 595 on the SPY. We could be looking at a nice trending day today as we go into the long weekend. Yes, long weekend. Monday, the market is closed for MLK Day. It's also the inauguration, so watch your crypto portfolios on Monday because interesting things will be happening. But I just wanted to bring this up on the SPY. We are going to, it looks like we're going to open the day outside of this descending trend line here, which is marking a channel, a downward channel, what I would look at as a bear flag. It looks like we're breaking out of that. We break out of that and we close above it today. Then we have room all the way back up to $600, maybe even running for the previous all-time high. And if we crack that, well, then guess what? We're looking at 620 as the next mark on the SPY, if that's the case. So that's very exciting here. You can see we're about to get a cross up on the daily MACD. That's going to be pretty exciting as well. You can see momentum down here on the BXX trender, as well as the stochastics are all looking good on the daily for SPY. And that is all pointing towards us coming back up to the previous all-time high and smashing that thing. All right, Bitcoin, we are above the line. We're above the line. You see this little line right here? 102 like 5 or something. We are above it right now. We close here today. We are outside of this channel. We are confirming this double bottom I'd showed you before. And if that is the case, we get that closure today, we could very well over the weekend run for the previous all-time high up to $108,000. Now, listen here real carefully. If we crack $108,000, or not necessarily crack it, but if we test $108,000 before the inauguration, we could very well still be looking at a sell the news event. Okay, that is very possible. We could still be looking at a sell the news event versus a buy the news event if we get the run up before the inauguration. Okay, keep that in mind. Remember, crypto loves a sell the news event. So that could still happen. If we do not crack the all-time high, but we get very close to it and don't break it, watch for that potential sell the news event for the inauguration, especially if crypto is not mentioned on that day from the incoming president himself. Okay, so watch it. Be careful there, and don't get too excited right at the level. Let it break. Like if you're waiting to go long, and of course, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. You all must make your own decisions. If a trader is thinking about going long and is just creeping up to 108, and you're thinking, it's going to break it, it's definitely going to break it, let it break it first. Nobody ever went broke being patient. So let it break it first. We are following this fractal to a certain extent. You can see back here, we're starting to crawl back up. If we were to follow this fractal and crawl back up, we could see ourselves hitting like $114,000-$15,000 here in the coming weeks. That'd be pretty exciting. You can see on the right-hand side of the screen here, we've got all the extended hours here. So you can see all the miners are up. They're all up big today. And that's very exciting. MicroStrategy up 4% as well. We got MSTX up 8%, CAN up 8%. Those are pretty good. Wolf coming back with a vengeance today, up 8%. In the pre-market here, as we go into the day, we're about to open here in about 8-9 minutes or so. Solana's been doing very well. It looks like it wants to run for the highs again. Ethereum is scraping a bottom, and it looks like it is starting to crawl back out of that thing. That's very exciting. XRP is a lagger today. It had its big move yesterday, and now it's got to rest. It's got to take a nap so it can get ready and get some energy to do it again. What am I watching today? I talked about QCOM. QCOM's looking good today. AMD is still floundering around at the bottom. AVGO has been an unstoppable beast for a while now. Let me just bring this on here. AVGO has been a ridiculous journey here ever since, let's see, December 16th. They had earnings. Those earnings came in good. And look at that gap. We do need to make a new high. So if it, in the next coming weeks, if things are looking bullish all around and AVGO can't get above that 251 mark, then we will be looking at it slowly grinding down to fill this gap down here to 185 at some point. But it needs to get, right now its struggle is right here at 239.97, so basically 240. Its struggle is at 240. If it can crack 240 and then make a higher low above this little one here on January 13th and make a higher low above that, let me dial that in a little bit. Yeah, above 219.73. So if it can make a new higher high above 240 and stay above 229.73, 219.73, excuse me, 219.73, stay above that on the way down, well then we might be looking at something here running for the all-time high. Otherwise, we could start seeing an Elliott wave taking us down and filling this gap if it does not impress. But I'm leaning towards the upside on AVGO for that one. QCOM is also very exciting. I like it. It's up 2% in the pre-market. I'd be looking at it. It really wants to dance around on this white line I drew here a while ago. As soon as we're above this white line, I'm looking at going very quickly up into $10-12, maybe even more on QCOM. So I'm very excited about QCOM right now. Same thing, AMD. I'm also very excited about AMD. NVIDIA's looking like it's doing some good stuff. Intel, we're looking at Intel. Okay, so we've been watching Intel now. I don't know if I brought it up, but Intel is scraping the absolute bottom. Intel is the second largest corporate welfare receiver from the United States government behind Boeing. Okay, a company that can't make a dollar no matter how hard it tries, and it would rather do unspeakable things to its employees or former employees than actually fix itself, will not fail. Okay, because the government is funding it. Intel's in the same boat. It's getting funded by the government now. Do I think that it's like a stellar stock that's going to go running up thousands of percent or anything? No. But I do think that it's going to stay alive. I do think that it's probably found a bottom down here underneath the $20. It could drop to like 16 or something right now, but it could also run right back up into the 30s and 40s. So keep your eyes on Intel. I know it's kind of a dumpster fire, but it's an exciting dumpster fire at least. And that, I think, is all I've got for you today. It looks like the bear trap was a thing yesterday, and I'm very happy to have seen it and called it there. And with that said, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video if you've got any type of value from it. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description as well as the channel bio, and have a profitable day.